Good morning and welcome to meditation. My name is Michelle and I will be guiding you through this meditation today. First off, find yourself in a comfortable upright seated posture. Please make sure that you are sitting up and that you're not lying down. You are welcome to sit against the wall to have a little support for your back, or you can sit without the wall supporting you or without a chair supporting you. Find your legs in a comfortable posture. I like to keep my feet crossed, but with my legs offset. If lotus or half lotus is in your practice, then you're welcome to bring your legs into lotus or half lotus. If there's any tension or tightness under the knees, then please do put some blocks underneath your knees. Even if only one of them is talking to you, then make sure to block or support both. And you're also welcome to lift the hips up, sitting on something to allow the hips to open a little bit. We'll be here for the next 25 minutes or so. So find the time now to get yourself settled, get yourself into a posture or position that you can hold for 25 minutes. And inevitably, things happen that are going to try to distract out of the meditation. If there's any sort of pain or pulling or something in a joint, then please do attend to that. If it happens to be something that's more just like a minor distraction, then see if you can push through that. See if that's something that you can release and let go so you can maintain your focus on your meditation. As you sit and settle, we'll do a little bit of movement before we get going with our meditation. Inhale the arms up overhead. Press the palms together, gaze to the thumbs, bring the hands down. Gaze follows the hands. Inhale the arms up. Exhale down. Let's work out any kinks that might start to creep up as we sit. Exhale. Lower the neck, lower the chin, open the back of the neck. Inhale the chin up, exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Good. Inhale up. Roll the shoulders a few times, forward and back. Find yourself sitting fully upright. Make sure that the spine is lifting up from the sits bones. Find as much space as you possibly can between the vertebrae. Roll the shoulders down away from the ears. Gently tuck the chin. Hands can be placed on the knees, face down, face up, in your lap with the right hand over left, or you are welcome to find a mudra or a hand position that works for you. Gently close the eyes or soften the gaze. And begin to bring your awareness to your breath. Observing where you're breathing. Noticing the rise and fall of the chest with the inhale and exhale. Begin to bring the awareness to your breath at the tip of your nose. Notice as the inhale passes in through the rim of the nostrils, into the passage, down the back of the throat, into the lungs. Notice the exhale, the chest falls as the air is moved up from the lungs, into the throat, into the nasal passages, and out past the tip of the nose. Keep your awareness on the pathway of the breath. If your mind wanders, gently bring your mind back to your breath without chasing down the distraction, without trying to push it away. Both of those processes require engagement with whatever the distraction or the thought was. And we're going to just let them go. Let them float on by. Notice they're there. Okay, let it go. And then gently bring your mind back to the pathway of your breath. Shift awareness now to the sound of your breath. Starting with your next inhale, notice the sound as it moves past the tip of the nose and the rims of the nostrils. Notice how the sound changes as it moves towards the back of the nostrils and into the throat. And as it moves into the lungs or the diaphragm area, slowing your inhale to bring the breath a little bit lower in the chest, more towards the belly. Notice your exhale. Gently press belly button towards spine to assist your exhale. Notice the sound. Notice the variations of sound as it moves from deeper within the body to the throat, to the nostrils, and then out past the tip of the nose. Maintaining your focus and awareness on the sound of your inhale and exhale. If the mind wanders away from the sound of your breath, gently bring it back without engaging with the thought or distraction. Notice your inhale becoming progressively longer. If it feels short or stunted or shallow, invite a 4-count inhale to lengthen it out. We gain depth with the inhale by lengthening it, not by taking in more air. We take those deep, kind of gasping inhales. It can mimic panic or anxiety or fear to the brain. So rather than deepening the breath outright, we lengthen it to create that depth in a more accessible and less anxiety-provoking way. With your next inhale, follow it all the way down and in to the body. Notice the expansion of the ribs, front ribs, side ribs, back ribs. Notice the lengthening of the spine with each inhale from the inside. With the exhale, notice the contraction of the rib cage all around. Notice the spine remaining taller, keeping an opening channel for the energy of the spine. Focus on maintaining yourself and your awareness within this inner landscape. Soften the body even though it is maintaining an upright position. Notice the strength of that upright position, but allow everything else to release and soften. From your inner landscape, begin to wander around. What colors come behind your eyelids? How do the lungs feel from within as they expand and contract? How does the foundation of the body in the pelvis, how does that center of gravity feel from within? Steady, unsteady, grounded, rooted? Do you not feel that solid placement of you from within? Just notice, and within your noticing, try not to label, just experience. Letting go of labels allows for a fuller experiential process. Maintain this awareness on your inner world. Notice the heartbeat from within the chest. Your internal landscape is more than your internal physical self. The heartbeat and the breath can connect with those energetic bodies. As you notice each heartbeat, notice the pulse that coincides, bringing your awareness to the pulse throughout your entire inner world. Notice what it feels like. Notice what it sounds like. Notice the energy that it brings. Not only to your physical inner world, but on a subtler level as well. How does your pulse feel energetically? This pulse, this thing that brings life through the air we breathe, to every corner of your being. How does your pulse feel energetically? Focus on this. And without words, without labels, focus on the experience of the energy of your pulse. Mind wanders, gently bring it back. Notice the sensations physically, emotionally, perhaps spiritually. However you're feeling this energy, just allow it. The mind wanders away from your focus. Bring it back to the pulse. Bring it back to that sensation of its energy from your internal world. If moving beyond the physical sensations is accessible, allow that. Perhaps you notice a lightness from within, a lifting, while feeling also firmly rooted. Perhaps you feel a tingling or a sparkling. Perhaps your mind is trying to take you out of your focus. If it does, no judgment, no expectation, just gently bring it back. In this internal energetic place, begin cultivating a stillness from within. Notice the pace of the breath, the pace of the pulse. The energy that both of them bring. Notice how stillness feels from within this inner place. Allow the waves of the surface to be at the surface as you allow yourself to drift into a deeper place where the currents don't affect you. The waves don't move you one way or the other. Notice the stillness. Notice how the energy fully supports it. Perhaps even your physical body is feeling supported, surrounded by a stillness and an atmosphere that is not moving at the whim of your external world. If the mind wanders, gently bring it back. Allow yourself to settle. Then your internal landscape. Perhaps look up and see the surface of maybe a lake or a pond. Notice the waves above, but the stillness below. And allow yourself to be fully enveloped with the support of the water around you. As the stillness you're cultivating settles and deepens, begin to notice anything else that comes into focus. Perhaps it's a color. Perhaps it's a feeling or an emotion. Just notice what's uncovered when there's stillness. Observe this sensation, observe this feeling, observe this color, observe whatever the stillness has revealed. Observe it as if you're outside of it. Notice the qualities. Again, without labeling, without words. With your inner eye and inner experience. When we find ourselves in a quiet space, we can begin to uncover things that might be guiding us, things that might be holding us back, things that might be prompting reactions, things that might be prompting responses. Something is there that may or may not need your attention. It's up to you to decide whether or not whatever it is does need attention and how and when to give it. Moving toward it in a way that doesn't put you over edge into a reactive state, either emotionally, physically, or spiritually. So we observe at first. We notice. We don't run from it. We acknowledge it's there. If it's something that needs our attention outside of this meditation, take action in ways that honor edge. This loudest noise is something that changes. And as we find all of those things that change, all those factors in life that are moving targets, we learn that there is a constant within us that doesn't change. And that's us. That's me. I am what doesn't change. does change is the external layer, how I've covered up that inner me. And sometimes peeling those layers away can be extremely painful. And that's why we honor edge. We don't run away from it. That's not what this is about. We approach it, we learn from it, we observe it, we try to address it in ways that don't reinforce patterns that are painful or hurtful to us. If this meditation is bringing things up for you, please do journal after we're done. Begin now, please, to bring your awareness back to the pulse. Notice the energetic pulse. Notice its connection with your breath. Begin shifting over to feeling the physical aspect of your pulse. Notice the pulse in the fingertips, the hands, the toes and the feet, the head, the arms and legs, the chest. Notice the pulse throughout your entire physical world. Bring your awareness now back to the breath, the expansion and contraction of the lungs and the rib cage. The expansion on the inhale, contraction on the exhale. Gently press the belly button to the spine to press out every last drop of air to make room for the nourishing inhale. Shift awareness now back to the sound of your breath. The mind wanders, bring it back to the sound of your breath. Notice the sound of the inhale, its variations throughout its pathway, and the same for the exhale. Bring your awareness now back to the pathway of the breath itself. Following the exhale out, following the inhale in. Take a moment to sit. And just experience what you've just cultivated. Perhaps journal what might have come up for you. Journals don't have to be long narrative poetry. It can be a word, it can be a color, it can be a drawing. It could be whatever is useful to you to express what you found during your meditation. As you're ready, flutter open the eyes or sharpen the gaze. Lean back, bring the feet out in front of you if they're not there already. Move the knees, give some movement to the hips. Windshield wiper back and forth. Tap the feet. Bring yourself back up to sitting. Find that length in the spine, roll the shoulders away from the ears, bring the palms to heart center, and thank yourself for bringing you to your meditation today. And I thank you for allowing me to share your journey inward with meditation each week. The light in me shines to the light in you. Namaste. Have a wonderful day.